My name's Paul Katinas, and this is my dog Leo. He's a male Newfoundland. Leo is very accomplished. He's first of all an AKC champion for conformation, and then he's also an AKC utility dog, and he's a Newfoundland Club of America water rescue dog and a draft dog.
And this is sort of a foundational exercise. This is called the bumper. The dog is going to retrieve, and he's doing what his breed was bred to do. Go in the water and get stuff.
Newfoundlands were bred to do water work and also for pulling carts.
All that big heavy coat that Leo wears is to help protect him from the cold water. We were a breed that was developed in Canada.
Different shipping people would come into Newfoundland, and apparently certain dogs bred with certain dogs, and all of a sudden we got the Newfoundland.
This is one of the specialties of the Newfoundlands. And Leo's going to circle around him so that Mike can grab the ring, and now Leo's going to tow him back in.
Leo is 7.5 years old. They call the black and whites Landseers. They have a tendency to live a little bit longer than the all blacks. But Leo is 7.5 years old, and he's starting to show his age. He's definitely slowed down a little bit.
The black and white pattern on the Newfoundland is named for Edwin Landseer. He's an artist who popularized the black and white dogs. He painted a lot of them.
The interesting thing with their swimming, I think if you look, you'll see how the other dogs involved in today's event were all very fast swimmers, and you could see lots of movement in their legs and things like that. And when Leo went swimming, he was nice and calm and smooth. And it's part of it is because they use all four legs when they swim. Instead of swimming like this, he planes out and he's swimming nice and smoothly. And in a lot of respects for water rescue, that's what you need, because, you know, generally you could be swimming for a much longer distance, and it requires a little bit more endurance, and he doesn't waste his energy.
Leo's going to come out and help bring the boat and the boater back in together. And he's going to tow that all the way back up until Paul can grab hold of him. And here's our boater back safe and sound.
The majority of it is centered around the basic retrieve, and if a dog has a nice sound retrieve, taking that and teaching other things from there is kind of like the key to water rescue.
Hi, I'm Jorge Fleming, and my dog Andreas von Merkel. His call name is Goose. Goose is a Deutsch Drahthaar, which is a German breed. The breed was originated in Germany in 1902, and the intent was to develop a versatile all-around dog that would hunt in the water, in the field, in the forest.
In this country, this breed might be called a German Wirehair Pointer. And we're going to demonstrate some water retrieves here. Goose is a hunting dog. For Goose, this is the best reward in the world, is being able to go out and do what he was bred to do. And here we come up the beach, back to our hunter, and the dog's got to retrieve to hand. He's got to bring that duck right back to the hunter.
Drahthaars can only breed if they've passed a series of hunting tests. So the governing body in Germany would not release registration papers unless the dog has shown a proficiency in all 3 hunting tests prior to the age of 3. The governing body is called Verein Deutsch Drahthaar, which is the association of the Drahthaar. Goose has completed 2 of the 3 tests, and he'll complete the 3rd test next fall.
Now he's going to send Goose off the boat into the water, because of course the reality of working with dogs on the water is sometimes you're both on the water. Now jumping off the boat is a little bit different than jumping off the land into the water, because the boat's moving. And now he's got to remember to come back to our hunter in the boat instead of coming back to land. And now Jorge's going to grab the duck and help Goose back into the boat.
I'm an avid hunter, and I hunt everything from bear to ducks. So I wanted to have one dog that I could take with me on all my hunts.
This is a decoy, but this is how our dogs learn to carry the real deal. And the birds have a lot more weight than one would think, so it's important to train them to carry that weight. The wire coat that he has helps protect him from the water, and he's got a woolly undercoat also to keep him warm. And when he comes out of the water and shakes off, you'll see he dries really quickly because of that wire coat.
He'll hunt upland game, in the field. He'll do water work as you saw today, and then he also will track wounded game in the forest.
His dog's what we call a hunting blind is also camo, because the dog's job is to hide in the woods with the hunter until he's sent out to go get the ducks.
We have been working on obedience. It's a lot of work when you have a hunting dog because their drive is so high. On the hunting side, you want the dog out and about hunting. On the obedience side, you want him right by your side. So it's been a big challenge. He's doing well. He's only 15 months old, so he still shows a lot of puppy in him. This was a new environment for him, but normally in the field, he knows he's working. But today, I guess he thought he was playing more than working, so we had a good time.
My name's Roxanne Lee, and this is Sugar Bear CDX GN, Graduate Novice. The CDX is an obedience title. It stands for Companion Dog Excellent, and the GN stands for Graduate Novice. He is a Labrador Retriever, and he is not quite 3 years old.
This is one of the breeds that was developed to bring the fishermen's nets back in. On either end of the net is a bumper, and so you can see he's targeting for the bumper. And now he's coming on in, and the net's coming with him. This time of year, the water's pretty warm, but the air isn't. And the fishermen want to stay here and let the dogs do the work.
The history of Labradors is they didn't start off retrieving fowl for hunters. They actually started off helping the fishermen. So they would go out and help drag in the fishing nets. And from there, they actually turned into and were bred specifically for going out in the field and hunting. From there, they have become America's #1 breed.
He comes from the same foundational history as Leo the Newfoundland. They all trace back to the same kind of dogs in Newfoundland, Canada.
They are a very versatile dog. They're able to do hunting. They're able to be a companion dog. They're able to be a family dog. They're great with kids most of the time. They're just an all-around dog.
And now we're going to go retrieve a bumper out in the water again. This is what we call a directed retrieve because she's got to send him in the direction where the bumper is. And as a Labrador Retriever, his favorite thing in the world is to go in the water and go swimming.
He actually has what's called a double coat, and it helps to repel the water and it keeps him insulated so he doesn't get too cold from the water. So it gives him the ability to actually go out and retrieve fowl in very cold water as well as in ice. They can actually go into icy cold water and retrieve fowl and bring it back. I didn't choose Labradors, they kind of chose me. We have his mother and his grandmother, and we ended up breeding a litter. I kept one. We just had some family member who had a Labrador that we really liked, and we decided, you know, we'd want a puppy if she ever had one, and she did, and that was 15 years ago, long time.
Hi, I'm Jan Merka, and this is my dog Ben. His full name is Merka's Big Ben Theory, and we are doing some obedience training just to make our life more interesting and more fun. Ben is a golden retriever. You see the golden color, right? And he loves to retrieve and loves water, loves people. He's a generally lovable dog and who loves doing fun things. He would love to spend all his life in the water, I think.
And Jan's day job is as a scientist, and he doesn't necessarily have a need for his dog to do these things, but he really enjoys doing these things with his dog. So he's trained him to do some things that they can have fun doing. And so he and his dog are going to go swimming together. But sometimes when you go swimming with your dog thinks that you're part of the game and tries to climb on top of you or one of those things. And in this case, we're racing. And now they're going to swim on in together.
He's 2 years and 4 months old, and we have actually started training with him 2 years ago at Applewood's. He got a CD obedience title, that's a companion dog title, and we are working on the next level, which is CDX title, so hopefully in a month we will be done with that, and we'll just keep going on.
You'll see the thing that is in common between all of these dogs is we start out with a bumper retrieve on all of them. Having trained the retrieve with a dumbbell, we can then generalize it to other items. And a bumper is probably the next closest thing. Ben brought it back and he delivered it to hand once again, brought it right in front.
The Golden Retrievers were developed as a hunting dog in Wales and developed to be able to retrieve fowl, so water retrieves, and they were developed also to be good companions.
And Jan and Ben are going to demonstrate riding a boogie board together. Yet another fun thing you can do with your water dog. So Jan's got a hold of the board, and Ben is swimming to the board, and now we have the person bringing the dog in.
Well, we had some friends who had a golden retriever, and we loved the dog, and when we were trying to figure out how do we find a family dog that can do all sorts of outdoor activities. So they are companion dogs, slash hunting dog style. They are very popular because they are smart and lovable and love people and beautiful, and they're just right.